I don't want to go through that again, but I know that we're going to, and I know that
you were below where we would normally do a brain MRI. You know, normally a brain MRI is just a little bit higher than what your prolactin was.
Okay.
But your cabergoline, it may permanently treat things too.
Okay.
So, like where you don't need it. So, you know, but right now I can't test it because it's too close to everything. So it would be falsely possibly elevated right now as well. You know, we kind of have to regroup, and I think a lot of times it's better to do it in person over the next month sometime, you know, as we let the estrogen get out of the system and you get back to normal. And we just decide, do we want to do a mock protocol? You know, do we want to do a surgery and clean out your uterus? Like, there's different options you can do, so. Yeah. Okay.
Thank you for your time.
Oh, absolutely. As I said, I was so hoping you were going to call because I wanted to talk to you guys. So thank you for calling.
Yeah, no, thank you for always being there to talk.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, take care, guys.
Okay.
Thank you.
Bye.
Okay, bye-bye.
Good afternoon, everybody. Today is a bit different than yesterday. Yesterday was filled with a lot of optimism, and yesterday was filled with just walking around and just kind of processing a lot of it. And I think yesterday it was that like sense of numbness and that sense of, okay, we're gonna get through this and we're gonna do it, and realizing the weight of the loss of our IVF treatment not working.
And I think I'm just tired today. I'm not focused on like, oh my gosh, this big thing and it didn't work. It felt like kind of similar to like another cycle and it didn't happen. But I think the biggest thing is that my body is now physically going through kind of a lot. I haven't started my cycle yet, but I'm coming off of hormones, so I feel like I think I'm having emotional waves, and it could just be everything that we've been through, but also like the hormones, and then just tired, which sometimes being tired is just the side effect of being sad and all of that. I kept telling Philip, I'm like, I want to do stuff today, but I just feel like, oh, I can't move. And he's been super understanding. It's super amazing. I was like, you're fine. Like, you're okay. Like, you can just sit and, you know, eat some food. I've been just snacking all day.
There's a lot of hormones that are like leaving Alex's body slowly and surely, and so when you go through fertility treatments, it's not just that you're all done coloring. Okay, good job. Go play with Callie. Go play patty cake with Callie. Patty cake. It's not just the change of the normal emotions and the physical tiredness, but it's like Alex just injected her body with chemicals for months in preparation and hormones for this. And it's like, okay, here's another reminder of this not working. Yesterday, I packed up all of her needles before she woke up, and I put all of her medicine away. Like, I didn't want there to be reminders of it not working around her. I know you can't escape it, and we don't want to escape it, but there are days that like we don't want to think about it. Like, we don't want to think about that. But today it was one of those days we hit the reset button. And it's not just like, someone just tweeted at us and said, like, it's not like Chutes and Ladders where you roll a dice and you go back one space. You go back to the starting line. And it's so true. And it's so frustrating. It's like,
yeah, I think today I'm more frustrated than like sad or grieving. I'm just more frustrated. I'm frustrated. I'm like what Philip said, it's the reset button. I'm like, all of that and starting over. Yeah. And it's not starting over in like a couple of weeks. It's like it's months of process. Like, you go through like a whole cycle of getting your body back, and then like you might go through a whole nother cycle of doing like a couple of tests or procedures that your doctor wants, and then maybe the next month would be the next time you can try. And so we actually talked to our doctor last night and kind of debriefed everything, and we're gonna have like an official like go into the office and debrief with her. So you know, we'll bring you guys and talk about that when that comes like later this month. But pretty much the next step is she wants me to start my cycle and then go in for some lab work on day 3 and see kind of what my hormones are doing. But I don't know, just
the thought of trying to start a new plan and put a new strategy in place like after losing a battle is just awful. Like even in war, like soldiers take days off in between if they can to just reset, recalculate, just emotionally re-engage with like, what in the world are we even doing right now before they go back out to battle again. And for us, it's like we're just trying to realize that if we rush this thing, we're gonna miss life. And we've been so present with Callie and Kinsley, and we've been just loving on them, and like tears flow down our face when we get to hold them or change their diaper and be with them and sing with them. And Kinsley woke up yet again and just started singing happy birthday to everyone that she knew. And Callie is eating Dada's phone right now. Which I didn't realize, so I should totally take that from you. I love you, but you know what? I'm gonna give you a sweet thank you card. Okay. But yeah, it's this reset button that I'm just so sad about. And if I talk about that anymore, I'm gonna be emotional because I don't want to see Alex go through that again. I don't want to go through that again. But I know that we're going to. And I know that we have 5 embryos left. We're so blessed. The community that you guys have surrounded us with has sustained us. Like, you guys are amazing. We probably spend more time now reading every single comment than we ever have. And like, there's so many more than we used to because you guys are like sharing our story because we believe so desperately that we're not alone in this. And even you guys are engaging us and saying, like, I've been through this, here's my story. And so today, what was really cool was that we were able to go to our P.O. box again and pick out some new letters that came in, you guys. Like, and we even went back to like some old letters that came in over the last few months, and we're just like rereading them, and so thankful for you guys sending us your stories.
So one of the first things that we got in the box, so it's straight from Amazon, so I can't figure out who it's from.
Oh, it's We Sing!
But thank you from whoever it's from, but it is...
Those are awesome.
We Sing Bible songs, so I think that'll be really cute to throw on and just like have around in the house.
We totally like sang so many of those, yep.
Songs on there, so that'll be really good.
So awesome.
The hardest is when you have a CD that has like 10 songs on it, you're like, oh my gosh, if I have to listen to this on repeat again, but there's so many on there. That'll be great.
I know, there's like 50 songs or something like that.
So many of you know Rochelle and Justin and their story. We'll link their YouTube channel below. They went through a really, really wild year. They experienced the failed frozen embryo transfer like we did, but they had an even harder, more difficult, unbelievably rare, crazy story. So you can go check out their channel and see and give them some love. It's been a few months, but that kind of pain never ever will leave you. But she sent us a gift. So she sent the girls a little coloring book, and then I saw the snowflake and I'm like, oh cute, it goes with Frozen. But what she talked about was that they believe very similar to us that like the embryos are babies, and so she said that her and Justin got an ornament for Christmas time to remember their babies, and she said she got a snowflake because it's our little frozen babies, our little frozen embryo babies. So that'll go on our Christmas tree this year.
So sweet.
That's sweet.
Go support them. They're incredible people, and I love that Alex and her get to engage with one another. But Vicky and Jacqueline and Shannon and Allison and so many more of you that have sent us letters. Like, I'm just like, we're just, oh boy. Okay. You okay? Okay. I got you. Hi.
You sit with us?
She's soaking wet, Mom.
Water table.
Did you fall off the water table? She's soaking wet. Okay. but it seriously makes us even feel ourselves that we're not alone too. Like, we're part of this community. So when you send us your stories, it allows us to connect with you guys on such a deeper level. And then when we get to comment you or tweet with you or see you on Instagram, it just like allows us, like, we're a community. Like, we really are a family. I would so much rather go through this with you guys than...
Oh my gosh.
What are you doing?
Hi, Kinsley. That was so kind of creepy and bizarre. All of a sudden I hear it like whispered in my ear, "Hi, Mama." I'm like, what in the world? She was like right back there.
We try so hard to write you back or even email you back if you leave us your email.
Please always leave your email.
Please leave your email in the mail.
So a couple of big questions that we've gotten over the last few days. I think the biggest question that has been asked is, you know, why don't we put in 2 embryos? And so the statistic to increase the chance of pregnancy putting in 2 embryos, per our doctor, she said it's only like a few percentage higher, and we would rather we want each one of those babies, but we want each one of them one at a time, give them their best chance, and you know, all of that. So that's like a big question that we've been getting a lot. Another question is, you know, have we thought of surrogacy? And so there's really no reason that is showing us signs that I can't carry a baby. It's just more, you know, we tried our first IVF and our doctor is thinking that the embryo was abnormal. But she's also mentioned that I might be... But she also mentioned possibly having a procedure surgery the month before doing the transfer. They kind of go in and like clean out everything. So, but I guess we'll get a lot more information on that when we go in to see her later this month. You guys are amazing. I can't even begin again to express our thanks for you guys. All of the love that you guys have sent our way, the countless comments, the prayers. I've loved hearing even your success stories. It gives us hope that, you know, that this is not the end, and, you know, to keep going. I know that there isn't always a perfect outcome in these circumstances, and we knew that going into IVF. IVF is a risk, it's scary, it's unpredictable, you don't know the outcome. But I do really love hearing your guys' success stories. And
I loved when I read one this morning, Alex, and I wish I had my computer in front of me to figure out who it was, but you know who it is if it's you. Someone said that they went through 4 failed IVF treatments before their 5th one worked, and I was like, wow, like that's
hard.
It's really so hard. Like, they didn't give up. Like, you kept going, and those that have had similar situations, like, I would say the biggest testament to growth and an increase of character is to go through trials over and over and over and not give up. And you guys in this infertility community, like, you know loss and you know pain better than anyone else in the world, and you are an expert in pain because of what you have been through.
I love even more that there's so many of us, I say us, but it's not technically me, in our community here that have not gone through infertility at all. And how, but that doesn't matter. That doesn't mean you haven't gone through difficult situations, and just how much we get to grow and develop as a community, as a family. We weren't expecting for this IVF not to work, but we're even more excited of what's to come, just to focus on like the positive, focus on, you know, what things that we're doing and we're going to be sharing with you guys soon. It's going to be helping with infertility, with adoption, with making our families healthier. So I'm tentative in saying that, but I guess that's a foreshadowing of really what is to come. You know, our passion is infertility and adoption, but I don't know if you guys know this, like, our biggest passion is for our families, our core, like, husband and wife relationship, our relationship with our kids, our relationship with the kids to each other, like, just the health of the family.
We also are trying so hard in the background to work on things with infertility, with adoption, with family health, and things that we've been saying that have to do with some things that we always say at the end of every video. And we are honestly so close, you guys. We are so close to being ready to announce something massive, something wonderful, something game-changing in the adoption and the infertility space.
Can I say that?
Yes.
Some of them have guessed it.
Yes, you have.
Only a couple of you. and it was videos back, but a couple of you guessed kind of what we've been up to, and it made us giggle.
Yes, it totally did. But when we are ready, you guys are gonna be the first to know. You guys will be a part of it. It was built and it is being made, and it has been prayed over, cried over, learned over, and just communicated over and over and over. What we are doing in the background, what we've been talking about for months, is for you. And even more so, it is for your families to know what you're going through without even knowing how to communicate it to them. You guys are so loved. You guys are so incredible. You are so... Callie, you guys are so encouraging, and we honestly would not know how to process all of this pain if it were not for this community. Go let your love multiply. Good night.
Guys.